Good evening and welcome to the Nighttime Heat right here on Prom FM 105.5. This program is also being relayed by Radio Gegema, that is in Nimba County, Radio Kwatika in Bon County, and of course Radio Wologisi in Lofa County. We are streaming live on Prom FM Rovia 105.5 and also streaming live on our Facebook and YouTube channels. That is the Nighttime Heat, Facebook and YouTube channel. What tonight promises to be very, very interesting. In fact, we'll have the Deputy RG, Inspector General for a criminal investigation, the man who's been handling all of the rape cases, will be our guest tonight. Besides our panelists and our guests, will be looking at the IMF approval of 26.5 million for the people of Liberia. Should we celebrate that? What I think we need to. Besides, we'll also be talking about, again, we'll be talking about the UN General Assembly. Let me try to, construct my notes. The UN General Assembly and the Liberian Diaspora Conference, they both have ended. Do we expect any outcome? What could be the fruits? Well, my panelists and guests will also be discussing that. Tonight promises to be very interesting. Please don't go away. We are streaming live again on Prime FM Monrovia 105.5 and also streaming live on our Facebook and our YouTube channel. Please don't go away. Get glued to your radio, get glued to your phone because it promises to be very, very interesting. I'll give you the names of our guests when we come back. Sabo George is my name. Have a pleasant time. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Let's start.
Okay, so we've started, and of course, like I said, the deputy RG, Inspector General for criminal investigation, will shortly join us. But let me try to welcome Moses Sandy, one of my panelists. I'm sure George Kennedy will also join very shortly. Moses, how you doing?
I'm okay. So, but how you doing too?
On mute. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm all.
But I'm okay,
are you hearing me?
This. I hope you are doing fine.
Yes, I am. Thank you.
Yes, I'm hearing you. Yeah.
For asking. Yeah, thank you for asking. And the people in Monrovia, let me say it's a pleasure to be back. I hope all is well at your end. Tonight, like you said, Sober, it's going to be another interesting discussion. So I look forward to a very, very interesting discussion where we will highlight the issues of the day.
Oh.
Thank you.
Well,
Did you
thank
hear
you,
me?
Moses. Thank you very much, Moses, for joining us. And yes, you are clear and you are loud. Thank you, Moses, for joining us. We're hoping that George Kennedy can join us very shortly as well, so that we can take on the Deputy RG for criminal investigation. Will shortly join us. We're trying to ensure that in recent time, I'm sure you've been following. People have been critical of the Liberian National Police, especially in the manner in which it has been handling rape cases. I'm sure you heard about the case regarding the deputy minister for youth at the Ministry of Youth and Sports, Brian McGill, and of course we also heard about the rape case allegedly involving the contractor at the Ministry of Agriculture, Sando Chroma. And the two cases have been before the police, but people have been very critical of the LMP that the police has been very cherry picking. And so we sought to invite the deputy IG for criminal investigation, Samuel Frank. Frank will shortly join us, and of course, we'll be here for 30 minutes. We talk until 8:30 when our guests join us, and of course, we talk about the IMF approval of 26.5 million for the people of Liberia, and of course, we'll be talking about the UN General Assembly and the Liberian Diaspora Conference. The two major events have ended. What do we expect? We'll be talking about that today with our guests as well. We're hoping that George can join us as soon as possible. We're trying to await the deputy IG to join us quickly so that we can start the discussion, because he'll be here for, I'm sure, 30 minutes, and then he can also depart. So Moses, that's the shape of the program tonight.
Yeah, we have a very good lineup. I really hope that the deputy IG can make it to the show tonight, because, like you said, Sober, there has been a lot of concerns, regarding how these two cases are being handled. The deputy minister, the now suspended deputy minister, and when President Baka suspends, obviously it implies that you're not coming back, because this man was suspended and replaced in the wake of the current situation. So people are concerned that if the president took this action, it means a lot. So he's out there, and then another person who also serving suspension and one-time contractor at the Ministry of Agriculture. People say, but what's going on here? One person has been taken to prison, and the other man is still walking the streets of Monrovia. So this is indeed a very interesting discussion, and I'm sure the deputy IG will really help educate our people tonight, and we really look forward to seeing it. I really want to talk to the deputy IG. Let him draw that dichotomy between these two cases and tell us what prompted the police to arrest Mr. Croman. Yes.
Yes, I agree with you, Moses. Let's try to welcome. Yes, I agree with you, Moses. Let's try to welcome George quickly. George has just joined. George, welcome to the program. Please unmute, George. Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Sabah. Good evening, senior brother, Mr. Sandy. You're looking younger. You're looking younger. Good evening, everyone, and I'm so happy to be here. I've been fighting to get on from home. It's not easy, but I mean, thank God I'm through. I want to extend our thanks and appreciation to our technicians, our listeners, our guests, the general public. Thank you for listening to us, and I'm happy to be here.
Yes, thank you, George. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, George. Thank you, George, for coming. It's a pleasure to have you.
Okay, that's fine. So tonight, listeners, promises to be listeners and viewers. Tonight promises to be very, very interesting. We'll be looking at the two cases. We'll be asking the Deputy Inspector General for Criminal Investigation, Samuel Frank. Will be our guest. We're still expecting him to join us. We'll be talking about the two cases. We really want to know the difference, because media institutions have been reporting it their own way. In fact, some said today two similar cases and different treatment and all of that. So I want to ask the Deputy IG for Criminal Investigation. In fact, his division has been handling the rape cases. So we're going to ask him all the hard questions for few minutes when he joined us, and then after which our guest also of 26.5 million for the people of Liberia? Is that celebratory? Should we celebrate that or we shouldn't? We'll also be talking about that. In the IMF report, the IMF raised some issues as well. It talked about the issue of corruption and all of governance issue. So we'll be talking about that as well. And then also we'll be talking about the UN General Assembly and the Liberian Diaspora Conference. They've ended already. What do we expect? What could be the dividends? Our guests will be joining us. And of course, we expect Mr. Edwin Famula. Famula will be joining us. We also expect Representative Mema Briggs Mensa. She hopes to join us tonight. A Liberian businesswoman, Rose Joy, will be joining us as well. And also Mr. Oliver Wisse. Wisse will be joining us tonight. And Representative Jacob Dini, he'll be joining us. So we expect our guests to be joining us at 8:30. But we just speak with the Deputy IG for criminal investigation quickly. As soon as he joins us, we'll start the discussion rolling. We're hoping that he's trying to do so. So you're listening to the Nighttime Heat. Tonight we are on our YouTube channel, and of course we are on our Facebook page as well. That's the Nighttime Heat YouTube channel and the Nighttime Heat Facebook page. Kindly go there and share the show. We want you to share the show tonight because it promises to be very, very interesting. This is the weekend edition of the Nighttime Heat. We are also streaming live on Prime FM Monrovia 105.5. Again, Prime FM Monrovia 105.5. We want you to share the show. Yes, George? Let's hear from you, George. Kindly unmute.
Yes, yes, I just unmuted. It can take some time. It takes some time before it just when I touch the unmute, it can take some time before the action is effective. So sometimes
okay,
I will delay a bit. But I got a lineup, and it's a very wonderful lineup. I'm very sure that we have a very good show. We have our own input to make. One of the things that we saw today that was very shocking was the FIA, the Financial Intelligence Agency, finding LBDI $18.5 million for some breaches in this anti-money laundering and financial crimes issue. But it's very shocking. And I think it's something that probably we could talk about. And I mean, plus those other issues that you just listed, I think they are all important issues if we have the time to talk about. Yeah.
Okay, then let's try to use the phone. Okay. All right. Yes, I think I agree with you. In fact, I read the release from the FIA, and immediately. But let's try to connect Mr. Frank, the Deputy IG. I think it's finding it difficult to come through using the link. So let's try to see whether we can connect with him directly to speak with him on the issue about. Let's try to speak with him directly on the issue instead of waiting until he can join the link. Let's see where we can get him quickly. Mr. Deputy IG, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much. Yes.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you. Is it clear? I'm hearing you. I'm sure you are clear. This is Sobo George, and of course on the program we also have two of our panelists, Moses Sandy, and he's a diaspora Liberian, and George Kennedy. They both also are on the show, so I'm sure they may ask you some questions as well. We really wanted you to come on using the link so that we can see you and you can see us on Facebook and YouTube. But unfortunately, it seems that you are finding it difficult. However, welcome to the program once again.
Josh, thank you very much, and all of you at your studio, and to our listening public.
Okay. Now, we first want to ask you, Mr. Deputy IG, what is the status of the case involving Bryant McGill? What is the status of that case now?
Again, Josh, thank you. My name is Samuel Frank. I'm the Deputy Inspector General of Police of Crime Services, comprises of Interpol, Criminal Intelligence, Criminal Investigation, Financial Crime Unit. The Women and Children Protection Unit is actually in charge of this investigation. They are responsible for gender-based violence, crime affecting women and children. They are in charge. So as per the status of this case, you all follow. We have two incidents that were reported by the victim for the issue of confidentiality. We wouldn't call her name, Tia. She alleges on the 30th of August, she reported, I think she had gone home late, and then she reported her sister by the name of Emma Pearl, reported to the Zone 8 police station at the end. Her sister, now the victim, was abused by Deputy Minister of Youth and Sport, J. Brian McGill. Because it was on a Saturday night, who have been referred directly to the gender-based violence clinic, one-stop clinic at the home. But yes, she couldn't go at that night because they were not on it. So the following day was on a Sunday, and they were not at work. So I think you were just advised that she go home and take a shower on Monday, on September. The case was then subsequently transferred to the Women and Children Protection Unit at Central Headquarters, so they took charge of the investigation. Albeit, the allegation as state was victim had gone to the first one on the 28th. She alleges that on her way home, Brian is up right now. Brian McGill intercepted her somewhere behind the complex. We have a police station that's now under construction, right before it. The car will park on the road. But she and her brother were leaving from the complex and going home because they live behind the complex. So on their way home, I think her brother was ahead of her and she was lagging behind. According to her, McGill, the suspect, had his car parked right on the road, and then brought down the car and requested her to enter the car. Of course, from the conversation, she entered the car, entered the front seat, and they began conversation, but she hesitated, and then he still loaded her in the car, according to her. And then something the front seat, the front to the back seat, right? But that's a basic speech. Of course, nobody give a kind of that. So I asked her of it. She went home. And Of course, she has pain. But when that happened the following day, because that happened on the 20th, so on the 29th, she experienced beneath the bed of body, and she, her mom that she lived with, we were able to talk, and then I was just referred to because she did not, state it out that yes, she was abused. So she did not tell anybody that, but she told her mom, guardian, after that she was abused, so they provided some medication for her. Half year, on the 30th, again, at the complex where she had gone to carry some acting to the staff, but her guardian was not there. The lady that runs the shop is her guardian, called her Yata. And she first, as she went there, and the shop back, she was there. And subsequently, she left from there. According to her, she went there, she didn't interact with anybody. She entered the scene. She wanted to watch football. I mean, she watched a football game. Then from there, she hesitated and went home. She left the pit and then came toward the corridor towards my office. And here then, now while she was walking through the corridor, he intercepted her and then had on her. Held by the hand and took her in the office, in the staff office, and then had something to do with her on the table. This was her allegation, right? But we commenced investigation by reconstructing crime scene. Reconstruction is to reenact the crime scene. So our investigator went on the crime scene, the alleged crime scene, which is at the Samuel Canyon Sport Complex, and we were able to view a CCTV footage. Of course, I put her on the front at gate 15 when we sat with a security officer by the name of Martina and other two gentlemen. She sat there with them, and she entered on the footage capture. Yes, she was there. She captured. She entered gate 15 at 6:14. Interacted with those at the very entrance of the gate. There was a chair there, sat there, and later on walked by a black vehicle in the same area, and then came back. He left there.
Yes. One minute, Mr. One minute, Mr.
Inspector.
Okay, I think there's a question for you.
Inspector, we're trying to do this within a time limit. And it seems that time is not on our side. In summary, because this is something that has been in the public domain, most of us know about what is happening. The question to you was, what is the
summarize?
Yeah, the question is, what is the status of this case? What is the status? That's the question.
All right.
Yes. Okay.
So,
what's the status of the case here?
Yeah, I wanted to give you to give you background because it's this issue that there have been some updates. The Inspector General of Police, Honorable Goma, but it seems not to go very well because when we get status on the surface, it seems to be the public. The public is under the impression that we have not done much to provide information. So I wouldn't have done this, but just because of that. But because of the program, for the details of the program, because of time limit, we tell you this. Here we are. As far as we have not had probable cause at this point to arrest Mr. McGee. Suspect McGee. He's reporting daily here. The information that he had left the middle of the country is false. He's still here and he reported. What we have done is that he came up with an alibi that he was not at the complex on that day on the 30th. By way, he did not order the 2 instances of this allegation of rape. At no time did he say he had interaction with the girl. He had an alibi, which only 30 years that yes, they not go at all on the complex. And indeed, we did call law. 2 of the GSM phone numbers he carried, one for Orange and other one for Empire, which is Lone Star. Both of them are in one phone. He has a techno phone that comprises of 2 slots, so he uses the 2 SIM card on the same phone. So that call over was provided. In fact, we subpoenaed that, and the call law was provided. But the call law did not put him on the spot on that day, which will be 30th on Saturday of August. He did not put him anywhere in the vicinity or
Okay.
the complex.
Okay, Mr. Aji, Mr. Deputy Aji, you just said that there's no probable cause yet to have Mr. Bryant McGill arrested. Now let's hear from you. What does the report from the hospital? What does it say? What did you read from the hospital? The medical report.
The medical report from the hospital, from the one-stop center.
But look, Sober.
Numbers that
One minute, Moses. 1 minute, he's trying to talk about the medical report. 1 minute, Moses.
Okay.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, you are penetrated.
Okay.
But where we are, yes, you are penetrated. But we have not been able to put him on the spot. And we do the investigation to determine if whether you are Maggie.
Okay, now, Mr. Deputy Aji, I agree with you that you said there's no probable cause. I do agree, but again, you just admitted that the medical report says she was penetrated, and besides, she has pointed accusing fingers at Mr. McGill. We are aware that there are cases in previous time where the alleged, the victim came and pointed accusing fingers at the alleged duo, and immediately police picked up the alleged duo and remanded them behind prison. Why is this taking? What makes this one different, from that of, in fact, the current case, which involves Mr. Sandro Kroma?
Okay, so Mr. Sandro Kroma issue is the evidence is quite different. The evidence gathered is beyond that of Maggie issue, because Kroma, we have 3 persons. We have 3 persons that saw the suspect and the victim together. One of them was able to call the victim for Kroma, and the girl was able to phone in Kroma's house, in his room. I mean, the citizen wanted the rappers, that's it, not rappers per se, but the citizen were concerned and stuff. They went around the house, and everyone was in the house up to the time the police wanted and picking out. Here the difference here is like he has an alibi. The suspect McGill has an alibi that on that day he did not show up at all at the complex. And all of what we did technologically, nothing appears on the scene here. When he's reporting for investigation, I mean, since the allegation was made against him, he has been reporting to the police.
Okay, let me just.
But at this point, at this point in time,
Yes, Sober.
no evidence.
Okay, Mr. Deputy IG, just a question from Moses Sandy. Moses, introduce yourself and IG.
Yeah, Mr. Aji, my name is Moses Sandy, a U.S.-based Liberian journalist. You spoke about probable cause for the people of Liberia, in terms of police investigation before you effect an arrest, help us understand when you say probable cause, what are you talking about?
So, probable cause that is that reasonableness to indicate that the suspect that is being arrested committed act. So, if it is not yet determined by the investigator, then it becomes an issue to just grab the person because they being alleged they are under investigation within the middle of the investigation, and he's talking, but there has been no evidence linking him directly for us to get at him. So what we're doing here is not unusual. This is what we have been doing over the period. The reason why maybe is because you're a public official. So we agree with you. And your public official had to apply that somebody who made such an allegation against him. But it does not, because the allegation is being made against, does not mean that we just want to grab it and get put him in jail before we start investigating. We conduct the investigation consistent with the findings of the evidence he's placed behalf of his charge and sent to court.
Okay.
Look, Mr. Haji,
I have a question.
let me just follow up quickly with the Haji. I beg you, George, please. Let me just follow up with the Haji. Haji, let's do a little bit of breakdown here of what you're talking about.
He wants to get something that Moses.
Yeah.
Okay.
You Deputy RG, please.
Oh, okay, Deputy RG. Yeah, Deputy RG. Let's do a little bit of breakdown here. Police probable cause. My understanding is that before an arrest is effected in a rape case, first the matter has to be reported to the police. And in this case of Brian, this matter was reported to the police. The police ordered a medical examination that was done. The record shows that someone was penetrated. The record also shows that fingers being pointed at someone that happened to be the deputy minister. In the wake of the current situation, the president of the Republic of Liberia has suspended for time indefinite and replaced this deputy minister. What extra probable cause are you looking for? For I know you may argue that, oh well, for Kromah, he was saying with the accused. People pointed fingers at the accused. So if you are making the same comparison, then to some extent someone can argue that yes, you have a probable cause. This lady was examined and it was established that she was penetrated. It is also established that this matter was reported to the police. Over the year, he arrested people and threw them into prison, pre-trial detention on the same basis. Why can't you arrest Bryant?
So that's as on the basis on which suspects were arrested and they sent to court and they sent to court were charged and sent to court were based on the findings of the investigation. It's not unusual that what is happening. That happened in step investigation. Now, if you were part of this investigation, you have seen that this survivor was seen on within the perimeter of the complex, right? She entered at 6:45. I mean 6:14 and left 6:45. When she left 6:45, you can see what we have determined, and it is established that when she left 6:45, she exited through gate 15. Now, when she went up to the time she arrived at 10 to 10:30, that is the question that needs to be answered that we are yearning over. Because in between there, nobody seemed to see who she interacted with. We have more than 6 officers of the ministry security that were on duty. No one at this point in time to say, look, we saw the perpetrator, we saw the alleged perpetrator on the scene, right? The suspect, saw the suspect on the scene, we saw his vehicle on the scene, and now we have verified through the guidance, through
Okay.
call.
Okay.
And there's nothing that still places him there.
Okay, Mr.
We have
Yes, go ahead. And your statement.
So let me just end. The GSM phone tower, sometimes will just route you to the nearest one, to the nearest tower. So basically, we have taken his phone and to do a forensic analysis on the phone. The problem is ongoing because once you have your phone, that forensic analysis, if you special, will determine exactly where you were at that time. So
Okay.
that's what we have gone further.
Okay.
Now, we have the Inspector General of Police have also, because of it, are also requested through the foreign ministry, to the Ghanaian government, to the U.S. embassy, that to allow us, to do a DNA analysis on her clothing, because her clothing were preserved from the day she reported to the police that her clothing or package and all of that were torn. We know there is a fluid, a body fluid, a change of body fluid that is on the clothing. And so,
But no, Mr. Deputy Aji, Mr. Deputy Aji, we heard about this attempt by the police to conduct this. I come in, Mr. George. We heard about this attempt by the police to conduct a DNA test since 2 weeks now, close to 3 weeks, and here you are again talking about this attempt. Why is it taking long?
Yeah, because the process there, I know we have one DNA machine here at GFK. At this point, it's malfunctioning. Beyond that, the type of forensic DNA analysis that should be conducted is to lift a body fluid or a stage of body fluid from the clothing. That aspect of this has to be done by them. So that process, we don't have control over it at this point in time.
Wow.
That application is made. The big one back and forth, given the sensitivity of this issue, the concern of everybody, to how speedily this can be done. But then, as I said, it will not be our purview to just walk and we got our own criminal laboratory where we can and just do this and have the report like tomorrow morning.
Mr. Deputy Aji, let's take question from the other panelists.
So what you to know the start of the case, here we are with some of the information that we have, and we still open to any other information that can come forth from any other public spiritual
Okay.
We have seen the guy and the guy together, the survivor, together. And then we can go ahead.
Okay.
So we cannot just imagine just to say, you were there because you were penetrating me, or you was not there. But we are following the evidence.
Okay. All right, Mr. Deputy Aji. Mr. Deputy Aji.
Mr. Deputy Aji.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Deputy Aji. Additional question. Question from the other panelists.
Yeah, how you doing, sir?
Mr. Deputy Aji. Hello, Mr. Deputy Aji.
He's listening.
Good evening, I'm George Kennedy, sir. A 14-year-old minor, a 14-year-old girl, minor, was penetrated according to the medical report. This 14-year-old person saw all the men in this country were pointed at the deputy minister as the alleged perpetrator of the act. The police are still telling us, your office is still telling us that you are doing forensic and doing this analysis. In fact, the last thing I heard from you saying that it's beyond your control. Doesn't this show really that the police actually is not interested in following this case up? This is a cover up. Doesn't this show to the public that you are giving this minister preferential treatment? Doesn't this show? Doesn't this particular action by the police I'm asking you the question. Doesn't this government, doesn't this particular...
Let me provide clarity.
No, but I stay asking one more question because I want to add more. Doesn't this particular action by the police, doesn't this particular action by the police actually destroy the image of this government, both locally and internationally? Are you aware of that, sir?
In no way. No, listen, in no way. Let me answer your question. In no way that this action or the investigation will damage the government internationally and locally. All you need to do is to be patient with the process as we go through with it. Now, it's not giving preferential treatment. All we're telling you is that when we use the war reasonably, right? Putting the suspect and the survivor together, that a powerful cost to arrest them. Now, this step will take the ability of the investigation. It's not turned loose. Nobody seen the case is finished with. We want to exhaust all of these processes so that everybody will listen to it and find out, yes, these are those. No, everybody is not going to be those who against will always be against, who will not even care to look at, the correct evidence and to follow the case to the letter to know where the police are. Nobody have losing let's say Suspect Magay from this allegation until we conclude the investigation. But what we're saying here, once nothing, there's no determination at this point in time, tying the suspect and the survivor together, because the alibi is still working in his favor, giving all of these information that we have gathered.
Okay, so Mr. Deputy Aji.
At this point, you are not there. And all of the officers, no one person can tell us at this point in time from our investigation that yet we're tired. So what we're doing here is to go beyond that. It's what we're doing. Now, so for somebody to sit and say, look, what we're doing now is not unusual. I mean, they are not being
Mr. Deputy Aji, Mr. Deputy Aji, will shortly be taking leave of you. But you know the reason why this case involving McGill has raised this sort of alarm? We all are aware that rape is a non-bailable crime. And in our history, we've seen instances where someone accused of rape, the person is immediately picked up by the police and thrown behind bars. Now, Mr. Aji, you wanted to be very, very frank and truthful. What case do you know? What rape case do you know that an individual was accused and these processes were followed, unlike Mr. Kroma, who was just thrown behind bars? Just cite an instance. Give us a case that you know of.
Well, there are a lot of cases. It's just a movie because
I know you wouldn't be able to state that.
All of the cases, but I'm telling you.
No, the question is just one case, David Aji, just one case. I all want from you. One case.
one case of what?
One case where an individual was accused. Thank you. Where an individual was accused, and the police went through all of these processes, and at the end of the day, the person was not arrested. Because the perception in the public is that the police is giving reprieve to Bryant McGill, giving him some preferential treatment.
Which is not true. No.
So then, Mr. David Aji, I want you to start one case, Mr. David Aji. I want you to start a case, an instance where an individual was accused of rape and the person was not picked up by the police. The police went through all of the processes. Despite
once the allegation is made against you, we pick you up. But when you say we just pick you and just put you in jail, sometimes what we do if the survivor report a rape case, the first thing is to provide psychosocial support for the victim and then take it and have them accommodated. Now, one major thing first is to take them to the clinic, the one-stop STBC, one-stop center, because we got some of the clinics around here. So this one is at the board. So
okay. Okay, so finally from my end, Mr. Aji.
They have a medical that determine this person was temporary, right? And then we go after that.
Okay, Mr. Aji, finally.
If the evidence lead to any other thing that this person had, yes, was temporary. Like in a Chroma case, we continue to tell you this. In some Chroma case, you got more than 3 persons. That on the spot, I saw the victim. I saw the victim and the perpetrator and the pedophile together.
Okay.
What can we arrest?
Okay, Mr. David Aji, finally from my end. How soon do we expect this DNA test to be conducted? How soon?
So I think it's Sunday do is still I said, oh, if you have control. No, I did not speak in that context. I'm saying the DNA testing, most don't have it here, and they report for it. We've now looked up to these people that will be calling back and forth to help us have this thing conducted. Because it's possible that the body fluid, because once there was a body contact, the exchange of body fluid, and we know no clothing. That's why they are preserved. They are preserved in a manner that they won't be tampered with until they are analyzed. So once we don't have the DNA machine, or I know we have the technician here. So once we can have this authorization or acceptance from the Ghanaian government, from whosoever that is going to get us in the process, we will come on. Because once they finish with the analysis, it's going to be made public, and that will help us to determine. It's not a one thing. At this point, we're still talking to other people. We're still talking to other people, right? Outside the victim, we are still talking to other people.
Okay, so finally, does the police have surveillance on Mr. McGill that he doesn't leave the country?
Mr. McGill is here. We have his passport with us, and based on our national joint security corporation, we have informed our sister agency, like the immigration, at the level of the joint security, that he does not leave this country. We have surveillance on him. We got his passport, and he's been reporting since the day the allegation was made against him. We got a record where he comes to the police station every day. He's here.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Mr. Aji, Mr. David Aji. If you wish, we can open the lines briefly so that you can respond to some of the concerns. If you don't, you can still go off the line.
Sober.
Before you go, Moses,
before the deputy leaves, I just want to tell the deputy, and I would like to join my brother Kennedy. Deputy, with all due respect to you and Deputy, with all due respect to you and the Liberian National Police, Liberians are extremely disappointed. You came here tonight, you were unable to clearly convince the people of Liberia the reason why this man continued to walk the street. You talk about probable cause. There are several reports in the media that the police picked up people and threw them into prison on the basis of mere allegations, pre-trial detention. You live in Liberia, I don't live there, but you and I know that everything we're talking here tonight is nothing but the truth. We ask you to give us one particular case that the police went from point A to B and you were unable to do that because that has never been the pattern. It is unfortunate. It is unfortunate that you have an ordinary Liberian who has been picked up and thrown into prison, and you have another Liberian, an official government, that the president has suspended for time indefinite and replaced this person, which insinuates that the president himself is convinced that something went bad. But yet the police is
Okay.
unable to act.
All right. Okay, Moses.
So,
Okay, Moses.
yes.
Let him respond, and then he goes.
Every one of us are concerned for the kids. There's none of us here who don't have a daughter. Maybe it might be fewer person who don't have a daughter, but you don't have a daughter, you have a boy, you have right? Every one of us is concerned for this case here. But do not come here, to just go. Don't know what we're doing. Is that what you want to because to again, I'm telling you, all of our cases, we've been managing that way, investigating, get to our reports, and throwing people, sending them to court, trashing and sending them to court. We have sent suspect report, but the idea to just say once somebody just people who just grab you, throw you in jail, the next thing you are there. No, that the practice.
Okay.
Practice.
Okay, Mr. David Agi.
Yeah. Let me remind the deputy RG. Let me remind the deputy RG that former militant, former president,
Mr. Kennedy, one minute.
Former militant and former president of the Liberian National Student Union, Bani Jasseh. The Liberian National Student Union is an institution recognized, created by the legislature and recognized by the Republic of Liberia. The president of that union was accused of rape in this country, Bani Aliu Jasseh. He was jailed without all these investigations, without anything like this going on. I decided to name a prominent person like that because he represented the interests of the entire student body in the Republic of Liberia, hailing an institution that was created by the act of the legislature. We live here, nothing of such went on, and he was jailed. He filed a case for trial in Boni County. He was released based on the verdict.
Let the IG respond. Let the IG respond. Yes.
I think I'm not being protected on your show.
No, Josh, please, let's protect him. Let's protect the WIG. Please, let him respond, then he goes. Okay, you are protected.
Say that example.
Yeah.
I was just responding to Sandy, right?
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
And then your other panelists just came in. But what I was telling him that this has been a normal practice in the police department, especially when you talk about rape investigation, rape allegation investigation. It is not unusual. We have had a lot of cases where almost all of our cases, when we started, we being investigated in such a way. But the reason why this one is so alarming because he's a government official, and we got it right.
Okay.
Because he's sitting in the position, got to carry ourselves in a way that this type of smell cannot come around us.
Okay, so let's try to break it down now before you go.
We have had cases where if someone was alleged of committing rape, then yes, it did that. In reality, it did not. A lot of cases. So if you want me to come on, I can still come on your show. I can come on with statistics and all of that.
Yes, we'll have you again on the program.
We were actually talking about the status of this case. So to go back and say this is they give him preferential treatment, that's not true.
Okay.
I'm telling you, look, when we have the evidence, we were charging. We don't get you out there. We did not say the investigation is over. We are open.
Okay.
Every other information.
Okay. Mr. David.
Just believe me. Anything that we're putting on the spot with the victim, he will be arrested. He will be charged. He already on an investigation.
Okay.
So by right, once you report it, it's a supervisory, kind of an investigation where you have to tell everything to the police station, and as the investigation goes on, because the investigation has not been concluded.
Okay.
So until then, So we want you to be patient. But if you start with police allegation, hopefully start doing that the preparation treatment, which is not true, then of course you just want to tackle the investigation more than anybody think.
Okay, so Mr. Deputy RG.
You have any complaints with the public? You wanted to know the starter. I'm only giving you the starter of the case. I'm not saying we have concluded the investigation. I did not say so yet.
Okay, so let's break it down now, Mr. RG, Mr. Deputy RG. As we speak, the police has no probable cause yet to arrest Brian McGill. Number one. Number two, the police is still investigating. Number three, it is not known yet as to when the DNA test will be conducted. It's not known at all. Do you agree with me?
I cannot put a time on it because
okay, fine. That's what we say. It's not known yet as to when the DNA test will be conducted. So I want to thank you for your time, Mr. RG. Will shortly be opening, Deputy RG will shortly be opening the lines. I know you may not have the time to listen, but again, we hope to invite you for the second time.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Josh. I appreciate this.
Okay.
The IG has spoken numerous times on this, but just as you said, every show guy won't listen up.
Yeah.
Guy won't listen us.
Yeah.
So we come here tonight to provide status, the status of the investigation.
Okay.
To close on this, we have not concluded the investigation, and we are open to every other bit of information and evidence that will give us to determine who is the actual perpetrator.
Okay. Mr. Deputy, I really appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
Okay, he's Deputy IG for Criminal Investigation, Senior Frank. He's been our guest on the Nighttime Heat. Gentlemen, do we need to open the lines briefly?
Yes, I think you should give the people the. Yeah, I think you should give the people the opportunity for at least 3 or 4 minutes. At least 3 or 4 minutes, right, George?
Yes. Yeah, because for me, I mean.
My man, the deputy let us know, man.
I mean, for me, it was a letdown for the country. It's not. It's not a good news for the government. I mean, because this case, the way for us, we sit here trying to speak for the public, not for ourselves. What in the public domain, what the people saying is what we're saying here. It's not for, to satisfy any particular person. This particular case is being seen in the public as being treated differently from all other rape cases in this country. That it's just it.
Okay.
You know.
Okay, let me announce the numbers quickly, gentlemen. 077-550-769. Again, 077-550-769. Or better still, 0886-540-987. 0886-540-987. Or 077-550-769. 077-550-769. Just few calls before going to our next discussion. Again, 077-550-769 or 0886-540-987. That's the number to call and to alive on the Nighttime Heat. We just had the Deputy Inspector General of the Liberia National Police, Frank, Senior Frank. Let's try to take this call down quickly. Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, sir.
So is this
Hello? Hello? Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, sir. Let's hear from you quickly.
Is this the Nighttime Heat?
Yeah, that's the Nighttime Heat. Go ahead quickly.
Thank you. So I'm kind of taken aback by the fact that a couple of your colleagues, one really argue to say what they think and how they feel about a case that is with the drug content or by the police. Any of them works with police. So this thing is not about public sentiment. It should be about the true investigation. It is not about how you feel or how you want the police to adjudicate a case. Most times we get it misconstrued, including the panelists in the studio. Most times we get it misconstrued when they talk about the crime is a non-bailable offense. Non-bailable offense does not mean that immediately when you are arrested, you are not entitled to a bail. The says rape is a non-bailable offense. The non-bailable comes in when the police have charged you. In this case, the police have not charged the deputy minister.
Okay.
So non-bailable offense do not apply here.
Okay.
There's a big misconception in the public.
Okay.
The police, the deputy RD has not let no library down except to have a positive point of view. The police, deputy RD is clear. They are investigating until they can find reasonable cause to charge the deputy minister. Then they will charge him. Mind you, the deputy minister cannot be charged if he is not guilty.
Okay. Many thanks. Many thanks. Many thanks. You made your point already. Let's take additional calls 0775. That's 0777 550 769. Again, 0777 550 769, or better still, 0886 540 987. Again, 0886 540 987, or 0777 550 769. 0777 550 769. That's the numbers to call, and you are live on the nighttime heat. Again, 0777 550 769. That's the number to call, and you are live. Let's take another call on the line quickly. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
You know, someone, thank you very much.
Okay.
So someone listen to people calling on the radio and trying to defend the minister. I'm not very careful with it. The brother just left the line. I challenge you to show me one case in the country. One single. Then you go back and tell me one rape case. Well, all in the way that brought senator and common men were accused for rape. And the process that market is going through today, let me show me one case. Now you're going to stop me. You know how many questions to stop me? Who they were just grabbed when they were accused, when people were pointing at them saying, oh, you raped it, 12-year-old, you raped it, 10-year-old, you raped it one. Police were just go grab. And then anybody, even down to that deputy acting our own relationship, and they need to show me one case where a single or ordinary person were accused of war or men were accused for rape. Through that process to call the very embassy to get DNA to call the other one. One case that of ordinary person for giving that.
Okay. All right. Many thanks. Many thanks. You made your points already. 077 0777 rather 550 769. I hope I get this number in my head. 0777 550 769. Let me take this call on the line quickly. Good evening. Good evening. Hello. Hello. I think this. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's hear from you. You called. Let's hear from you. Go right ahead. Hello? Oh, you call us not ready. Let's just sort of call in the line. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's hear from you quickly.
Yeah, thank you very much this evening for the show. And my neighbor S. Dula from Front Street this evening.
Okay.
Thanks to the panelists as well. Okay. I think on the issue of J. Brian McGill, I think the deputy RD for France was not very clear to the public tonight because the question he asked me was that what is the status of J. Brian McGill case? They explained all that they didn't say the public. The public just waiting for what the police are doing with that case. fixing the status of this case. And then he want to justify as a man was on the day of rape case where it's a non-believable case, and then he only agree to justify it. And I think this country does not belong to Pharisees. This country belongs to Liberians. When I be doing things, this is a day with passive politics. I think it's not right.
Okay.
You know, I enjoy to them.
I know you are. I know you made your point. You made your point already. Let's take another call on the line quickly. Good evening. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir. Let's hear from you.
Thank you so much. Let me say we need to
Okay.
so someone there are no instance where someone is accused of rape. All of the positive they are, the dirty idea actually a person goes on a positive. If they didn't accuse of rape, you are arrested, you are playing the other, you've been tied. Would you? And other things are like people. There's no fucking thing. That's not a thing. Then you are decision.
Okay. Okay. Many thanks. Many thanks. Your line is terrible. Many thanks. You can call back if you wish to. Your line is terrible. That is a solo caller 07077550-769. We take calls up to 9:15, and then we're going to our next discussion. Quickly, let's see this caller. Good evening. Good evening.
Am I live on the Prime FM?
Yes, you are live. You are live. You are live.
Thank you for having me. So you see, this is why you have this kind of country where people are taking law in their own hands. So this is Jerry Kandi. You come on know as Jerry Jesus. I'm the pastor and the youth chairperson of Salvation Community.
Okay.
So what I want to say is that when these things start to happen in countries like that, you know, that's most often when you sit in the corner, you say, oh, the youth taking law in their own hands. Oh, the other family taking law. This is where it comes from. You know, so imagine now that I was taking my community as a youth chairperson, and then somebody is alleged of raping, and I see one police vehicle coming for that person. It will not work. It will not work. That person, and I thought it just I've been born with it. I'm a youth leader, and we were saved as of this moment. Anything that has to do with crime in my community, the person will be in our custody. Then the police will come to our office to investigate the case. So if one is found guilty, then you will take the person to Central. Because this is so heartbreaking. You can treat the ordinary people different. Then you have somebody who's taking somewhere for a minister who have gone and get himself into something that is not what to be. Then you say on the other side, you say we stay investigating. While other people in jail today who have been there 2, 3, 4, 5 years, they stay there and will be tried. Thank you. We keep following the show.
Okay. Many thanks. He said we keep following the show. 0777550-769. We take calls up to 9:15. We got about 4 or 3 minutes to go. 0777550-769, or better still 0886-540-987. The police has said, well, there's no probable cause to arrest Brian McGill. They said they haven't found any evidence yet. So is it the police saying that the girl manufactured the story? Is that what the police is saying? We had a deputy IG for criminal investigation. He said, well, there's no probable cause yet to arrest Brian McGill. He also said that they don't know as to when the DNA test will be done because it's beyond their control. It means that they don't have the equipment. They're still asking for the equipment to come. They also said that the girl has not really proven her case. We're asking whether there's any instance or any case that he knows of that an individual was accused of rape, and that person and the police applied all of these measures, and the person was not thrown behind bars, unlike the Sandro Kumar, who was just thrown behind bars just a few days ago, out of yesterday or day before yesterday. He said, well, he can remember. There are cases of that nature, but he can remember. He can cite the instance where the police said there's no probable cause yet to arrest Brian McGill. Let's hear from you quickly. 0777 550 769. Again, 0777 550 769, or better still, 0886 540 987. Again, 0886 540 987. At 9:15, we'll be going to our next discussion. As you're quite aware, the government, the IMF, that's the International Monetary Fund, has approved some $26.5 million for Liberia. Do we need to celebrate that? Well, our panelists and guests will be joining us to discuss that. Also, the IMF, the UN General Assembly, where the president went for almost, I'm sure, 2 weeks, has ended. Besides, the president also held a diaspora conference, asking Liberians in the diaspora to come to do business. That has ended. Well, what is the outcome? We'll be talking about that as well. Let's take this caller quickly. Good evening. Good evening. Yes, sir. Let's hear from you.
Thank you. Good evening to Liberians for living in broadcast. This is for you, William Coffey. My journey this conversation.
Okay.
I appreciate you. And this thing is interaction between you and the deputy commissioner, the deputy director.
The deputy IG, yeah.
Yeah, the deputy IG. You know me, but I'm a supporter of this government.
Yeah.
But we not sit for few elements to spoil or damage the reputation of this government.
Mm-hmm.
The other error in the arrest the gender representation rule of law. They would expect the rule of law to be exercised across the board without favor or any selective justice. I think the police action on this crime against issue, they are not doing right. Let's be clear. Look, you cannot say there are 8 instances, but you cannot report, right?
Mm-hmm.
And some of us who felt that the police wanted to do investigations of crime against people, for it to go, we thought that it was a few parts that the police were taking because over the years, people have been lying on people. That's why we put it in jail for nothing. Like, they went to the Grammy and get you to jail you there. Over 4 or 5 years, people they thought they get to do that. You never did it. So I thought the police are taking a new part now by finding probable cause or evidence people for it to go to court. But when they think we go expose them, right? On a daily basis, people raping in this country. But it was the issue about Sando to be exposing, I think we will go. Just expose the police to tell them as to what they were going to do with that case. But today we did it. So I expect, I beg and stop you're the media people. Just please find a way to go to stop it and ask Sando as to what he admitted that he did it at. And if he did not, he can explain as to what were the probable cause that they found within before leading to jail. As to this crime against issue has been probable cause. They really get identified the men as probable cause. Now, CCTV, let's say, or a medical report, identify that yes, the girl was taken with the probable cause, right?
Yeah.
Now, give us a show that the girl and the man, they were interactive, right?
Yeah.
The probable cause, right? So those are probable cause. I think that the police supposed to be talking about it. These things are being established. But yet they say you're allowed to member there, right here. You let's say just say you want to support the Virginia, so that tomorrow when the people go against the government, some of you, because your position you're in, the security position, you're still be working in government.
That's fine. Okay. Thank you, my brother. Thank you very much. Let me take this caller quickly. Let me take this caller and then I'll go to the next line. Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Let's hear from you quickly.
Yeah, someone Joyce.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm Mr. Yari.
Okay, let's hear from you.
Yeah. You can hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. Go right ahead.
Okay. You know, there's our country. They own the president of the nation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they are international law. From the time he was vice president, at the time that this law was made, it's not available. When somebody commit a crime, first of all, you will be positive threat. before you can go for the NHS and things. But this is doing. If you need a government blind, you're shooting your own leg. Because when you can't focus, you are not able to say so the old man there. You're party.
Okay. All right. All right. Thank you. Okay. Many thanks. The rep wanted to talk quickly. Okay. Let's try to connect with the rep, and then we can. Somebody's still on the line. Is she on? Okay. Let's try to join our guests, because I think maybe we'll let them open the last later on. Let me take this last caller, and then I join my guest quickly. Let me take this last caller. For now. Let's hear from you. Your name and where you calling from?
Thank you. My name is Ellis Stowe, and then I join you from Pakistan.
Okay.
So, just what you are saying is push me to call. Brian McGill, who case have been on for almost 3 weeks. Still around Morovia here in gallivanting, doing what he's supposed to do. He is found food and sit to your house. Well, you have Sando man, who is a son of this community that I'm in Bata. Then they pick him up and they put him straight in jail while he was awaiting investigation. But today, representation of the national police tell us that they are doing investigation while McGill is out and doing whatever he wants to do. But we want to say this. And President Walker is the one we voted for. We voted because we feel that he knows governance. We voted because we feel that he's been there some more years. He have met him there, and today we trust him with whatever thing that we have. If the only is, nothing will come from this McGill issue. Trust me, my entire life and my family, we can never ever support the ground that you can work on. This is disgraceful. This is embarrassing.
Okay.
You know, we follow the show.
Okay. Many thanks. We are not taking additional calls now. We'll take calls later on. But let me try to welcome our guests. It's the rep on. Representative Memabrit Mensah. She should be on by now. Oliver. Okay, Oliver has to come on here. Gentlemen, but let me ask before. Let me welcome Representative Briggs Mensah, and then I can ask the panelists about the calls from the callers. So let me welcome Representative Mema Briggs Mensah. Madam Rep, welcome to the program.
Thank you, George. Thank you to the team. I've been missing. But I must say thank you for holding the crown, Georgie, and then I see Edwin. I'm excited to be sorry I've been out for some time. The time different caught up with me just now. I have to rush and see, and I'm sorry I cannot put my video on because I late and then I was almost like sleeping. But it's good to be on the show, and we listen to all of the colors. All of the topics are very interesting. First of all, I will register my disappointment from the onset of this case of the deputy minister, the rape issues. But again, most of these things, I will say I blame us as legislators. But the last time when this thing happened, I noticed one of the family members called me and said the minister was not in jail. And then I called the IG, and then the IG told me, what the Lord, I say, as soon as they report the person will put in jail. I said, okay, let me check. I checked, I didn't find it anyway. And then, but I saw it that if you are accused, the police should at least investigate in 72 hours, they should follow you to court. So he put the deputy on the line, the guy that were investigating, they gave me few insight on the case that there are sticky issues that they were still looking at, and they will see. And in fact, they noticed that there were people that were negotiating in the back. So I say, in fact, anybody is also in the law, it's clear. If someone tried to compromise a rape case, that is also, they need to be charged. to see what can be done. So we talked long, and then they told me to give the time they want to investigate. So for that reason, I even wrote on my Facebook, I said, okay, I get a police time and blah, blah, blah. But since then, nothing happened. 1 or 2 times I check on him, he said he was still in the case. But yeah, the first thing is, they're not the police supposed to say no case. If you win the investigation, you say you're not clear with case, pack the case and send it to the court. Let the people go there, let the court vindicate it. They're not your business to say it's not culpable or it's not this. We have seen people here that as soon as they say they rape, the next thing they are arrested and placed behind bar until they are there forever and ever. Some of them have never been forwarded to court. From the day they were forwarded to court, they sent them to jail. They stayed there year up to now. I saw more than 5 persons in South Beach when I visited that with the same issues. So you can't tell me rape and robbery. So will somebody sitting out here one day, somebody will say again that drugs is what we know that it been non-bearable. They will soon tell us, oh, what they prove that you say as soon as you see drugs, you must put the person in jail forever and ever. So for me, when I come back to work, I know we stay close. I make sure if that aspect, if it were author or it hasn't been there, I make sure I will amend it right away. And this is not fair. Justice for all should be justice for everybody. There are few things that was being unfolded in this matter. I think the best thing the IG can do with a few problems and issues they have on hand, make sure and pack it and give it to the court and let Brian go as soon as he said. Because if he says it's not culpable, then let the president reinstate the man. Then why did he suspend him either? Why? If the issue was not grave, why did his boss say he was going on what kind of leave or what kind of thing to make sure to clear his name off? What happened with the gender minister when she also gave a strong statement on this matter? We can keep doing this, but again, it's the same thing. People come and tell you, the journalist, you must talk. They are the partisan. Why they can't go to the party headquarters and tell the party this is our government, don't spoil our government, make sure what been happening to other people, let it be done to everybody.
Okay,
I'm sure that's an
opening comment.
And I'm disappointed.
That's your opening comment. You are disappointed. Okay, then let's also welcome Mr. Edwin Fambula quickly. Mr. Fambula, welcome to the program and your opening comment.
Thank you, Slava, and good evening to the panelists here and to the honorable. Well, first of all, as a student of law, as a senior student of law, what I would say here is that many times what I've seen in Liberia is that we add sentiments to most of these rape cases. And we have to be very, very careful. I carefully listen to the police investigator. I listen to the honorable in studio. Let me just, there are a lot of time because of the sentiment we place on this rape issue. When we go to court, at the end of the day, the culprit was scot-free. We've seen that with the late injured Tupac case. That case went as far as the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court even, latched at the prosecutor. Say, but you didn't do all of this. Then why did you bring this case before us? Today, Hans William and Marty sitting in America, they were vindicated because the government did not do its proper work. Let me say this. I listened to the police IG. I followed this case from the get-go. Somebody tried to give comparison between the young guy at the agriculture ministry and Minister Brian McGill. The scenarios are different. In this guy case, people corroborated his actions from where he picked the girl up to his bedroom. So there was a probable cause for him right away to keep him in prison until he can go to court. It is not the police will draw an indictment and give it to the county attorney, who now will have the grand jury sitting to indict a person to go to court. The police don't take document and send it to the court. It goes to the county attorney. Now, in this case, as a senior student of law and also as a former security officer, I would say this keenly. If you look at the analogy that the IG gave today, based on the time difference, this girl said she was at this point at this time. But when we went to check the cell phone company, is telling us that she was not at this particular point. So there are a lot of conflicting issues here. And our law also does not say that when you are accused, you should be picked up right away and put behind bars. I listened to the Honorable saying people are behind bars, all right, and they're not even going through the process. It is completely illegal. Yes. Yes.
The formula is going too far. Yeah.
Come again?
That's your opening comment. Let me. I'll come in, Moses, like your opening comment, because we have questions. We have a couple of questions for you. I know you will say you can't remember, but you can start any rape case where they
I can start a lot of cases.
So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later on. Mr. Oliver, we said let's hear your opening comment.
Yes.
Yeah, so thank you very much for inviting me again on the show, and let me say thank you to your listening audience, and say hi to your panelists. So, Sabbath, I also listened to the Deputy RG, something, yes, and he was actually trying to provide reasons why the police has not been able to arrest J. Bryant McGill. You know, Sabbath, like Mr. Hamler said, our country is kind of sentimental country. We attach sentiments to everything that happened. The last time we were on the show, we all agreed that indeed, when people are accused of rape in Liberia, whether there was any probable cause or not, the person is arrested and placed behind bars. But is that the right thing to do?
There's a violation of that.
So I listened to the lawmaker when she was challenged to show a line in the law that says when a person is accused, automatically they should be arrested. She couldn't find that line. Now, but here is it. I know this is my
precedent.
Yeah, but Mr. Kuruma is being placed behind bars. What I've read and I saw on social media so far is that he was caught in the act, or there were people who could testify that indeed a rape occurred. And so from the citizens themselves, the police came in and the guy was picked up. But let's see the case of Mr. McGill. Was there anything like that? And so we'll go deeper into this and we will look at other issues, other cases to compare whether the police is doing the right thing for now or not. So thank you again for the invite.
Okay. Now, gentlemen, let's set the discussion into motion. We all listen to. I know maybe some of you didn't listen. We all listened to the deputy RG for criminal investigation. 3 things he said. There's no probable cause yet to arrest Brian. The second thing he said, investigation is still ongoing. And the third thing he said, they don't know yet as to when the DNA test to be conducted. So it means that we ourselves don't know. So even if the test does not come,
he said it was beyond their control. Beyond their control.
Now let me go to the Reb with the explanation from the Moses.
Yeah, quickly, just before you go to Honorable Member Briggs, let me just say something quickly. And Honorable Briggs, it's a pleasure to have you. I'm still awaiting that phone call. It has been a while now, but it's a pleasure to have you. Let me begin with Mr. Family. You know, I'm happy that Mr. Family is a senior law student at the Louis Underground School of Law. But the problem I have is that he has made 2 claims that tend not to be in tune with the laws. Mr. Family was here early this week, and he argued in favor of the current Chief Justice that the decision to recommend his son did not violate the laws of the country. And just in the twinkle of an eye, the young man resigned because the optics, it shows that a father was in the wrong, it violated the code of conduct. Mr. Famula was in the wrong on that. And Mr. Famula comes back here today and telling us that, oh, people are being sentimental. People are being sentimental. Mr. Famula, as a student of law, if you follow the issues of rape, which is considered a first-degree felony in Liberia, the law says that in order for someone to be arrested in terms of probable cause, first the matter has to be reported to the police. And in the case of Brian, this matter was reported to the police on August the 30th. The police asked for what? Medical examination. The examination result shows that what? Somebody was penetrated. Finger is being pointed at the deputy minister. It means the police now has probable cause. So, like Honorable Briggs said, the role of the police is to initiate the legal process, charge and forward to court. So for you to say that you have to wait until the DNA result comes and all of that before you can arrest and forward to court, while at the same time you prosecuting another person, it raises a lot of concern. And we ask the deputy IG, can you just give us an example of one person that went through this rigorous process from the day the incident happened, the person went through DNA, and all of that happened, the man could not identify one case. You know, when we are being selective in terms of how we dispense justice in our country, Mr. Pamela, that's very sad. I mean,
So, Flower, may I just respond quickly? First of all, Moses, let me just educate you. Moses, let me just educate you.
Yeah. Now, additionally, what really discouraged me tonight was the issue of the DNA.
Hello. Yes. Okay. So let me just try to educate. Yes. Let me just try to educate Moses a bit. First of all, the fact that the Chief Justice's son resigned doesn't mean that the Chief Justice broke the law. I said it in the studio that I was totally against that act because I feel that he went below the belt in his response. It doesn't mean that he break any law. First of all, the nepotism law that you are talking about, and thank God Honorable Member Breeze is here as a lawmaker. It is a law for the executive branch of government. And you see, the thing that people don't even understand in this country. Chief. Let me correct you quickly. No, don't correct me. You spoke, I gave you time, please. The code of conduct is for the executive branch of government, and you cannot argue that. I'm trying to educate you, so please give me a chance. It's for the executive branch of government. It doesn't apply to the other two branches of government. But I said for prudency, the two branches of government are allowed to make laws for themselves. The legislature make their own law to govern their activity. The judiciary make their own law. That's why they have ethics. They have the canals. All right. So that is to give you some level of education. And I also frown on it. Now, to the point that we are seeing here, you're talking about rape being felonious crime. Yes, of course. Gang rape and a rape of people under the age of 18 is considered a felonious crime. Yeah, Chief, you spoke for more than 3 minutes. I gave you time. This is a country of law. I listened to the Honorable clearly saying that people behind bars and they have not gone to court. Do you know that the Constitution says that if you are arrested within 48 hours, you should be forwarded to court? Anything outside of that is a violation of your fundamental rights. Anything outside of the 48 hours is a violation of your fundamental right. And people who are behind bars as pre-trial detainees, after 2 terms of court, if they don't go to court, their lawyer can file for them to be set free. This is why people don't know and people just be shouting around here. This is a process. If you go today and grab Brian and put him in jail, and then you come out, you do all of your investigation, and you realize that Brian did not commit this act, what remedy does Brian has? And it's clear this thing happened around 6 something. This day got home at 10 o'clock, almost 10:30. Aren't we trying to think whether she was still within that same era, or she left, she went somewhere else? So we need not to add sentiment to these things, because it has legal consequence, and it has the tendency to destroy somebody's life for good. I actually feel pity for the young lady, but I think we need to investigate to get to the root of this problem.
No, please. I think somebody was my time before Famula and the rest of the people came in. Where we coming from with it today now, with it be English about sentiment? Just stop the team. Yeah, I hear you talking about the code of conduct. Please wait. You were talking, I didn't talk. You telling me that the code of conduct is not applied to the 3 branches of government. That's not true. You know why I said that they asking you to declare our access? Certain part. Nepotism. Are you telling me the other people just about the speaker supposed to take a system and the chief of office staff? No. So listen, that's not my point. My point is, I believe the police have been compromised in a particular case. Look, let's say, I'm sorry, I don't want to call other names that were victim here. Someone spent even 1 year, 8 months. A friend of mine, Caesar Fremont, they lie on his knee here. They put him in jail right away. He was there for 1 year, 8 months. Why is it that Brian McGill, you telling me, you said the case should go to the Anthony? I agree with you. All the police need to do is, how you say you find witnesses? The family of the girls are saying that there was a rape. Even the police are saying that, yes, there's a rape. So who is the perpetrator? So put your case together and send it to court. Let these people go. If they cannot prove evidence, like how you said the way makeup they get through, they couldn't find a murder weapon and the blood on the clothes, and they freed them today, then that's it. But don't make it look like you. Everybody talking about sentiment. Look, I know Brian long time. He's my friend for a very long time. Gregory, I would do anything for the police because I know sometimes they do their work very well. But when you do wrong, I would say it. If I do wrong, I want you to say it, because we have to be better people. Just stop the thing. You telling me that I will come? I'm sorry, I travel. Not so tomorrow. You and myself are going to go to Sawbeach, and then I will ask you to be my lawyer for those people. Because I know about 5 persons, they were only being accused and sent to court, and up to now the case has never been on the docket. They are in jail. They are in jail for somebody saying he raped my daughter. There was a judge in my district. He was being accused for rape. He was being barred until a case went to court. Until it's something a case. The last time I saw him in my district, I told him I would not talk to him until I see a clearance, and he brought it to me before even allow him to live in my district. So you stop the thing you're seeing here. It could be you're talking about one security man that is facing deputy minister for his daughter. Facing deputy minister that is part of the government and the ruling party. So we shouldn't do this. We've been here, we've been seeing people have been called for rape. The next thing they are being barred. The police will be investigating them before even they were forwarded to court. Then today now, sentiment, the English sentiment, I can't in. Me, I don't have problem with it. You're saying in the law, I can't amend the law. I will put it inside. Good. But the 72 hours is in the law. Why should we put pressure before the police come and talk? This is the case of concern. They should be letting us to know every step by the way. What happened? You're talking about CCTV. That somebody control the CCTV showing off. So what happened? With the CCTV report, you're saying about, okay, the girl was to the office, but Brian was not there in Brian's office, and the girl was talking to security person for a very long time. Do you know the details we have? Stop this thing. And I think they have been compromised. And we can't do this thing to ourselves. Brian should sit down, find a lawyer, and go to court and vindicate himself. That not the police supposed to be a mouthpiece to tell us that there is no comparable case. What are our English king to be? Just stop it, man. I'm begging you.
Okay, now,
please, so quick, just few seconds. Honorable Bridge, thank you so much. I'm so happy that you came tonight, and I feel vindicated. When we have someone running around calling himself a senior student of law, and he does not even understand what the laws are, it's very unfortunate. How do you say the code of conduct does not apply to the executive? I mean, to members of everybody. It applies. The law says the code of conduct is prescribed for all public officials. Mr. Family, go back to law school again. Do a little bit of research. You're talking to educated people. You know, this is very unfortunate.
No, Mr.
Let me
Family,
stop
no
there.
way, but he
Okay.
was
All right.
just
Now,
forgetting
No,
small.
Brian, I challenge you. I challenge you again. The representative who's sitting there, who's saying this thing, ask them how many
Okay.
of their relatives they have in government.
It's wrong.
So
If you block it
know
out,
what? No,
you got the right to say it. You have the right to say it.
Madam, we've argued this thing here as people. I challenge anybody here to tell me that the
Excuse
code
me,
of
sir.
conduct is not for the executive branch.
Edwin,
Yes.
it is.
Yes.
It's not only the only part I say is for appointed official to resign 3 years before election. Because what? If you are sitting as an agriculture minister and you want to become maybe a senator, and then a grant is coming or so, then you take everybody in Bon County and you give them that grant. You don't think they would think that say today we got a man that won in what the place in Nima, and they say because he was doing all of the project for the vice president, so people thought it was his money, and today they
But I
elected
know it's
him.
also illegal,
So
madam.
when Nama
I know it's
when
completely
Nadia,
illegal.
you will come in. So my point is, you can say the code of conduct don't apply to certain aspect, apply to every one of us. And this is why I tell people, if you see somebody ready to in the office, you got right to talk about it, and that you be silent enough and say they don't want to do it. It left with the guy caution. He said he
So
wanted
can I
to
read
resign
this
to focus
quickly?
on his school. For
Clarity.
me, I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with him. He was being somebody that agreed and said, okay, yes, I want to go focus on my school. He gone ahead. Some people stay working with the relative and they have not stopped. There are people that they are minister, the relative working and they are chairman on the board, happening right in the government. We've seen it. And these are things that were criticized. And I tell people, I want Joseph Walker to succeed. He is willing. I want him to succeed, but the wrong thing happened. I will talk about it.
The Chief Justice
What Chief
challenge
Justice?
you to
I don't
find
care about
any
the Chief
law.
Justice issue. The people that want to talk about it,
you
they
have
can talk
authority.
about it.
You have authority to put up an impeachment for the Chief
My
Justice.
man,
and
the
he lied
authority
on
are
the
carrying
road.
it. They want to talk here, boy. Don't talk to the Chief Justice and escape the matter. They want to talk here, boy, for
But let's get
Brian
it
to be
correct.
apprehended and sent to jail for
We agree
being
to that.
accused for rape. That they want concern, but Chief Justice is
You
being
cannot
solved.
send
The
Brian
young
to
man
jail
had
that
done the
infringement
most
of Brian.
honorable thing. The young
It
man
is
had
an
done the
infringement
most
of Brian's
honorable thing. He
constitutional
has said,
right. We
I
don't
want to
pass honorable
focus
cause.
on my. The young man had done the most honorable thing. And I know what I heard before that when people are being appointed, normally they ask them and they reach out to them before they get appointed. So I don't know, maybe it's not
So
happening
Chief
again.
Moses,
But
the
he
Chief
has done the
Justice
honorable
challenge
thing.
you. You're
Hey, man,
finding
Edwin,
law.
you're not happy all in the show, man. Stop. I'm way distant. I'm supposed to be sleeping, but now I'm here talking with you as a legal lawyer. Wait. So let me tell you, the young man, I'm sure he was consulted before being appointed or being pronounced. Okay, sure, he decided to do the right thing to say, okay, I'm going to step aside because I want to focus on my education. Yeah, which is good. I appreciate him for that. But what I'm
Okay.
seeing here
All
is
right.
my concern is
Rob,
let the police make sure and arrest the deputy minister and send him to court. When they say into court,
Okay.
when they court vindicating, then the right thing has been done or the proper thing has been done. It's more than 72 hours, and this man is still passing around. Nothing has been done for the police to come now and tell, or they can decide which case or what happened. This is not fair to us. And instead of say it's not in the law, I will come by and then I will amend the law.
Finally, before we can go to the next discussion for a few minutes, we heard from the deputy IG for criminal investigation, Senior Frank, tonight, that there's absolutely no probable cause to arrest Brian. They have not established it yet. The second thing he said, the police is still investigating. And of course, the third thing he said, the date or the time for the DNA test still remains unknown. With what we've heard tonight, and let me begin with Mr. Famulin, do we see justice in sight for the 14-year-old girl? Mr. Famulin?
Of course, yes. Yes, Lobo, of course. Once the police can establish a probable cause for the arrest of Mr. Brian McGill, I'm 100% certain that he will be arrested. And you know, like I keep saying, sometimes we place sentiments on these things. The very first thing that the president did, was to honorably ask this guy.
No, you are not answering the question, Mr. Famula.
Of course, yeah. No, I said yes. I said yes. There will be justice at the end of this process. Yes.
Yes. Akame, in the face
why you say that?
Akame,
because there was weeks
in the face
because there was weeks from the police. Wait, let me tell you, Josh. When I heard about the thing and I heard the family member reach to me as the chair on gender, that the guy is still, and the reason for which is if I'm being raped, and then I say it's Josh, and we live in the same community, every time I see him, I get traumatized. So that was some of the reason people said that people be behind bars while they're being investigated. So when I asked the question, they said there's an issue, 2 incidents this girl talked about in the office and also in Brian Carr. And then it's been established, the girl has been tampered with, and then not even 1 time, not even 2 times. So in fact, this thing happened weeks ago. When we were talking, it was like 2 or 3 days into 2 days. I think the second day in this matter when the police were investigating. So then they said they noticed that there were people that even in fact was trying to compromise this case. They have been talking from one end to another on the matter before even it could come to the police. So I said, in fact, that is wrong. If such a thing were happening, those people should be brought to justice because they're not supposed to compromise rape case or rape cases. So all of those things we can get party together and send it to the county attorney and then let it do whatever little charge, what the case you can say, and you can say the case not get magnitude in there when you go to court, and the court can let it go, or the evidences are not sufficient to convict the person. So let's do the same here. Let the police get all of the matter and send the matter to court. Then it's left with the people to run up the judgment.
Again, honorable rep, when the matter go to court, when the matter go to court, the police will be the police will have to go to court to testify to the evidence that were gathered. All right. So the police have to make sure.
Testify that all I want, then they put free.
No, I come in, Mama. So the police have to do that work, make sure that they have probable cause before they can even take the case to court. Now, let me explain the process a little bit so we all can understand it. Like I said,
I don't want to hear that process because when it didn't happen to other people, why is it happening for Brian Una case?
You are the lawmaker for a case. No. You are the lawmaker. If you know Paul Ryan has been violated, you can look at amend the laws. Yes.
I told you when I tell you I'm going to go to the South Beach, saying you won't know about those cases. I'm taking you there.
Mr. Famula, I'm coming, Mr. Kennedy. I'm coming, Mr. Kennedy.
Yes,
Mr. Famula, I asked you a question.
The question with the Liberian women will demand the police. We the Liberian, let me tell you our next action. We the Liberian women will demand the police. What a case is not culpable or is not is culpable. It passes 72 hours. Send the matter to court. Send the matter to court. If there was no magnitude in this case, how would the president brief to suspend this man?
Hey? No.
If there was nothing
for ethical reason, the president did it. For ethical reason, he has to do it.
So let the police with the ethical reason and just put their weak evidence together and send it to the court. And then the court will decide. Why can't they start keeping things on their chest? When they start keeping it on their chest, stop keeping it on your chest. Send it to the court.
Now, Reb, and the rest of the guests and panelists. We listen to I want us to be rational here. I want us to interpret and look beyond what the deputy IG had said. The three takeaways. He said the investigation is still ongoing. Number 1. Number 2, there's no probable cause yet to arrest Bryant. Number 3, there's the date and time for the DNA test still remains unknown. Do we see justice inside for this little girl? When the deputy RG is saying tonight that they don't have control over the DNA test and the time and date is still unknown. Do we see justice? for this 14-year-old girl?
So
That's the question.
I didn't, let me come in first. I didn't listen to him because like I told you, I was already off going to sleep. And then I say, oh my God, I don't want George to cause problem for me here today. You say, I don't come on his show when he invite me. So first of all, I want to know what is the reason that the DNA mission is not working or what? If it is not working, then that's not the police fault. Is we should be asking gender and then also asking health to know what is the reason. So I didn't listen to him. I don't know why he said, or he just said that the DNA cannot be done now. Why? So we will ask all of the questions.
Honorable,
the DNA.
Yes,
let me give you
George.
the information. Honorable, he said the machine they're using, the type of machine they're using, the police doesn't have it. I don't think it's here so that the American people they're trying to go to. So it means that the actual question someone eyes is this little girl will not get justice. For me,
because the security son, the security daughter now, they now have profile person. That's security daughter.
That's not true. That's not true. Let us not do that.
That's security daughter of 14 years old. That's a sanitary rape of 14 years old.
Someone, let's face the reality. Someone, let's face the reality. Huh? This case is a landmark case. I'm surprised.
So,
I am downhearted. Frankly, it's good to face the reality. It was not going to be anything bad if he had arrested the former deputy minister.
Mm-hmm.
Even for 2 or 3 days. And
yes,
based on the evidence you are seeing so far, it's not sufficient for you. But you got a man walking. You got a man moving all around when others who was accused of the same crime, they are languishing behind bars. His position, the president is very correct. But by dragging this case, it still have negative impact on his government. The way people say, oh, this, that, we find
George, leave that thing. We open 2 weeks from now. Or 1 week from now, we open. When we open, as the chair on gender, the House of Representatives, I'm going to the various names I heard. And I will take the various statement and I will come back and I will make sure meet the little girl. I will do this. I will do everything. All of the, even the security, the CCTV, I will also request to also watch it. And nobody will stop me. I will watch it and I will see what happened and I will make a full statement. I'm just waiting for us to open. As soon as we open, I'm going to get on it. I pray to be back soon.
Okay, so finally, gentlemen, just for a few minutes before we can go, before we can open the lines, let's talk about the next topic quickly. I'm sure all of us are aware.
Suburb.
Who is it? Yeah.
This is Oliver Wisa speaking.
Okay, go ahead quickly.
Yeah.
Well, legal man.
I will have to speak on this before we proceed.
Legal my sentiment, 200 give it English together. So the police are the compromise.
Listen, Rep, the issue here is that because something was done yesterday.
I thought we concluded already.
For the UAE.
Let us be around.
Well, I can't open my own investigation. I will let you know you work with me. I will bring your.
You rightfully said there are some people who are languages beyond bars and have not been investigated. They were just thrown there. And you also
Edwin
said
say he know about but Edwin must go in so big.
So now, if the police is saying we don't want people being thrown beyond bars,
but the police say that they didn't want to say the court supposed to say that day.
Well, how does the police send a case to court that they have?
So this is how they send the case to court. Let me tell you how they can send this case to court. Jeff had to send a case to court. Listen, I'm so sorry I have to mention this because somebody lost their life. The driver is still saying, okay, I didn't do this. But then he was still sent to court, right? With a hard bodyguard, like to say this guy was like so. I think it was, I'm going to a nuclear weapons summit on the effect on women. and I'll be analyzing it, and I will come back and give you the feedback. I just got you with the effect of AI on women and everything. I'm doing a lot of series of training on these training issues, and we will discuss it, because especially with our data being in the hands of foreigners. I mean, we don't have any GSM company that we have shares in as a government. It's worrisome with some of the things we've been trained on. But when we come another day, we'll discuss it. So my point is, let the police just pack their thing and say, we look at the CCTV. The girl was to Brian and office door for the, I think, 10 or 20 minutes. She and the security were talking, but that day, Brian was not in the building. Then the case happened almost 2 weeks. Listen, so then the person say, okay, then the police will write again and say, but we noticed the girl been temporary, but a very long time. And this guy said the time she showed, we look on it, Brian was not in the building at that time. In the car, we can't detect, because former president, we have said we'll put CCTV all around, and we said we're not doing it. So that one, we can't detect that one. Then the next thing they're going to write is the family member is saying that they believe that this happened. So they are willing to something. We forward the case to court. If you're not sure enough, no DNA report, then Brian can challenge you here, lawyer. You want to know what I'm a member? You good lawyer. You know, be there, you be putting the research together, and you may be arguing it.
It doesn't work that way, madam. It doesn't work that way. That's
why I work that way. That remember that the time won't waste our time on it. Josh, when I come back, we go back to work. You will hear word from me. I'm talking about the thing until I come back and meet the family members and meet the starting point and go back to that CIG. You know, him and say, you my brother, you my everything.
Honorable Rep, I was just as sentimental as you were a few years ago when the Injured Topa thing happened. We all were in the street demonstrating. When I went to law school and I read our case, I knew the government blundered. The government blundered big time.
I'm so frustrated when poor Jessica living with me and one woman going back and going to go throw away again. And I just I will have people coming in the country and going because the lawyers, when people graduate, when the lawyers graduating, the last day of the debut, they tell them, go in the wall, let somebody play fool and make money. So you just continue to make money. You're laughing.
Okay, all right, please. We have to discuss this other topic before we go. Let me read this, what I have concerning the IMF. The IMF Executive Board approves US $26.5 million following completion of Article 4 consultation and successful second review of Liberia. George is off. Okay, so I was reading the IMF statement. The Executive Board of the International Monetary Fund on Wednesday, October 1, 2025, approved the immediate disbursement of US $26.5 million, or about 19.3 million in special drawing rights SDR to Liberia.
I'm listening.
The IMF board, 1 minute, Mr. Something. The IMF board decision followed the completion of the Article 4 consultation and second review of the extended credit facility EGF arrangement for Liberia. But now the news is that the IMF has approved 26.5 million for Liberia. Initially, we are all aware that initially the news that came up initially was that the IMF was approving 500 million, but this time around we've heard about 26 million. Gentlemen, what does that say about our governing process? Let me begin with you, Mr. Fambula. You've been with the car now, the rest of them. Let me hear from you.
Yes, sir. Mr. Fambula, quickly. Sir?
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you there, sir? Do you hear me, guys?
Yes, Moses.
Yes, we're hearing you.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Look,
yes,
I'm about
I'm at work. I'm about to leave. Let me just say something quickly. Mr. Famula, please, let me just say something quickly and leave on this topic.
Go ahead,
A
Moses.
little
No
bit of
problem.
correction here. The 26 point some more $1 million we're talking about is not from the MCC.
It's on
Is
IMF.
the IMF, the International Monetary Fund. And the 26 point some more $1 million we're talking about is what we call credit extension. It's like you have a credit balance, like us in the United States and other places that you have a credit card. And because you're making your payment on time, you got good credit history, the bank may reach out to you, hey, my man, you got $25,000 credit limit, but we know that you have good credit history. We're going to give you $100,000 that you can use at will. But don't forget now, every dollar you use, you're going to pay that money with high interest.
Yeah, sure.
That's the situation Liberia is faced with. The IMF has made available to you $26 million in terms of credit limit that you can utilize that money. But that is what we need to take note of. When these people give you this lump sum money, and they tell you they're going to give you a very minimum payment, hypothetically, say, look, your monthly payment is going to be $2,000. You make the monthly payment of $2,000, the minimum. When you make the monthly payment of $2,000, they may apply almost 98% of that money towards the principal and other fees. Only 2% will go to the the rest of the money, 98% go towards fees and other, charges. 2% will go towards the principal. So now you tell me someone gave you $26 million and only 2% of your payment is going towards that on a monthly basis. That may take you more than 100 years.
And let me say
so
this again.
I want you guys to understand this. Let me better simplify this. I live in the United States. I may get a credit limit of $25,000 on the credit card. And they said, Mr. Sandy, just pay $50 a month. I pay the $50 a month, and the people apply for the $9 towards fees. I'm paying only $1 towards the $25,000. Do you know how long it's going to take me to pay that money?
To finish that money, yeah.
That's the situation with Liberia. So yeah, we are celebrating. Yeah, we got $26 million.
We don't even need to celebrate.
But what we have not been able to figure out, what we need to consider is the longevity of the loan. How long is it going to take us to pay this loan? The Baka administration will not pay the loan. The next administration will come, will not complete paying the loan. You and I may not even be living before we finish paying this loan. So that's the
George, let me add to what Moses is saying.
Thank you, Moses.
For me, George, when I hear the money name, I don't be excited about it. Because the first thing we have to know, what is the money for? What is it going towards? Because all of this money have bottleneck, what it should be used for and what it should be applied to. But the next thing is, if we can review our concessions and do other things, we will even have more money than waiting for IMF to give us $26 million. You gotta be serious about this thing. Be mounting the money that they're doing in Liberia. No country except in the world. They will leave from there. Nothing will grow over there for the next 30, 40 years. MNG go, they sit down the borehole in Bon County. When they're ready, they close it. They come back, they open it at their will. China Union, they sat there, a different company and I take over. We don't even know the agreement or we don't know what was transferred to them. It was happening here right here. We got money wasting here and we celebrating for $26 million. When we can make money even more than that, we got resources around. What we need to do before we can start with the concession law and rectify a new concession coming out, we check and know what we have. When you come, we sit on the table, we tell you we have this amount of minerals in this place you want to go. And this is what we're going to apply. We're going to get 40%, you're going to get 60. Or we're going to get 60%, you're going to get 40. And you go and check and make sure it correct with ours. and you work with it, then we go that. How we get these things and we're sitting and celebrating for 27 million, I will be paying forever. Or if maybe I even have a bottleneck that they will tell you don't use it like that or don't use it this way. But let's stop the thing. Anyway, my lawyer Edwin and my other man, we're gonna get together and we'll fix this country. Don't worry. Sooner or later.
Okay, Slobber. Yes, Slobber. I'm excited that we have. Yes, I'm excited that we have the honorable speaking to privately.
Hello. I always talk about it.
Kennedy.
That's my last communication.
Yeah.
Kennedy. Yeah. So,
Franklin, I just wanted to say something.
Mr. Sober, who's speaking?
Kennedy, we have Mr. Formula speaking.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, so,
Kennedy,
like I said, I'm excited that we have a representative speaking this way, like how we've been speaking, Slobber, myself, and Kennedy over the past days on these concessions. You know, like she rightly said, you know, and Brother Moses also said the same thing. Liberia applied for a credit extension of $155 million. That's going to be spread over a period of time. So it is out of this $155 million that we've drawn down the 26 point something million. But like I said, I'm not a fan of these international institutions, the IMF, the World Bank, or so.
No, I'm not.
Their intent has always been to keep me and you in poverty.
Yeah.
Everything that their country have done to leave from where they are today to a developed world, they will come to these underdeveloped countries and impose those things on you. I will just read a point from the IMF president's comment on this stuff here that Liberia is going to go to, because again, it's going to create hardship for the Liberian people. This is what many of us don't know. And when these things come out, we need to sit back, read it, and understand it. I will realign. He said, building on this strong start, more ambitious domestic revenue mobilization will be essential to create physical space for priority development spending. A comprehensive reform agenda is planned for the coming years, including the transition from the general sales tax to a higher rate VTA. So if you go into transition from this tax to a higher rate, income tax reform. So those who are working now will also have to start paying higher amount of money. So you'll be taking more money from the pocket. So the IMF don't give you this money for free. They set up all of these conditions to be able to keep your country poor and to create more problems for you. So like the Honorable said, look, we did the math. Slobber, George, myself, and Kennedy. Last year, B. Martin took away $898 million worth of gold from this country. How much did we get? 3%.
What do you get?
Almost $1 billion worth of gold. In the past 2 years, the gold that left Liberia almost in the tune of $2.something billion. We did get nothing out of it. We can mobilize every year from our natural resources over $500 million to feed all of our things. So why are we going out there selling ourselves to these people? Trying to keep us in perpetual poverty for the rest of our life.
Poverty.
For me, it's not. It's nothing to celebrate.
Stop, let me say this one. Edwin, look what happened a few days. When the senators wanted to make sure that something happened, didn't you see it happening? How many times we've been talking about APN terminal? We've talked, we heard it so now, up to now, everything is going through Guinea. We're losing money every day because people are afraid to come. You sitting down here, they still raw. It's not good. You telling people about 14 gauge, you're not even correct 12 gauge. Somebody got monopoly on it. If you open the market, everybody will go there. But because few people don't want to make decisions, when you talk there, they say, oh, you don't care. You even know you're more than just sharp. You wait. You know something. Open the market. Why are you giving monopoly to this thing when you care? What's still wrong when you hold it like they break? You put one thing there, it can't even stay how many days. If we review these things, the things we'll have in Liberia, we ourselves will be enjoying. We'll not be sitting on the show who they're talking. We will see the difference. Somebody just need to have the political will. Somebody just need to have
Oliver,
it.
let's hear
And
you.
you know why? I get
Yeah, so
frustrated when everyone of us are
Hello.
insulted as legislators because they don't even know it's a number game. It's like
thank you, Red.
mines.
Thank you,
That's
Red.
true.
All right, thank
And
you, Oliver.
I hope when you get back, you should be able to
Hello.
make most of the
We
loss.
going start beach. You myself going start beach price.
So Botswana does not depend
Look at the
on
reform
IMF
Botswana did.
money. Yeah.
Look at the
Botswana
reform
does
they
not.
did.
Yeah, it has a strong foreign reserve based on the diamonds they have, and so they don't need IMF money.
Thank you.
Namibia does the same thing. Equatorial
Rwanda.
Guinea, Nigeria,
Rwanda.
Morocco, Rwanda, they don't need IMF money. Liberia is stupendously rich with natural resources.
Rich.
But yet still, we are waiting for IMF money in order to boost our own economy. I think it's wrong. Liberia is very old to be taking those kinds of loans that our grandchildren will be paying for, and we remain in perpetual poverty. You know, there's no point in trying to celebrate 26 million when you have all
we say I'm not even cutting you or you were coming. In fact, we are restricted how to use it and what to do. Can you imagine?
You see that? So you see, someone even here in the UAE, these people have no oil. They don't have the kind of land you have in Liberia. They don't have the kind of gold. They don't have diamonds there. But here you see that there is nothing here called IMF. So
no, it's so good.
We have to make use of our own natural resources. God has blessed Liberia so many years ago. And we continue to suffer and allow foreign donors to keep us down in poverty. I mean, there's no need to have been 26 million. We can get that money from.
So, but I went to Ghana a few days, and I'm coming. I will bring the communication for the foreign affairs. Also, George, if you've been on the show, enjoying yourself. You see the privacy level. All of the place that because the foreign affairs insisted to these people, you cannot interview nobody in public. Everybody go to their own cubicle and say what they say. There's nobody hearing it. But see the disrespect that is being run out here to us. See all those things. It's supposed to be happening. It's just about taking decision.
Okay, let us allow
you go to Chinese embassy and all you standing, or everybody asking you what they asking you. Everybody listening to your business. The next minute they move from there. Everybody know your story.
All right, Josh, you can come in now. Mr. Kennedy. Mr. Kennedy, yeah. Come in.
Saba.
Yeah.
Saba. When I was reporting, when I was in mainstream journalism reporting as the business correspondent for the Daily Observer during Madam Salif time, I was at that time the country was struggling. I used to support World Bank IMF loan. Today, these Bretton Woods institutions, I'm not very fan of them.
Thank you.
They put our country into poverty, long-term poverty, and the best thing for our country is either to nationalize our natural resources or demand 40-60, as the lawmaker was saying, vice versa. Poverty can be erased in Liberia to almost up to 100% if you do that. The economy will expand, jobs will be here.
Thank you.
I'm not lying to you. Infrastructure, whatever development going to grow, going to take place here massively. If we hold of our natural resources. I don't agree with the president if he will say we got to believe in international institutions. These institutions, even President Trump, as he is, believing in investment, in business. You tell President Trump, say, in Liberia, BA Mountain, Asaba Meta is giving up 4.5% royalties. President Trump will say that's rockishness. He will not even allow it. He will tell them, no, you can't do that to the poor country. The city will be a mountain where they're taking more than 800 million declared. That's why they declare, and Mr. Family was saying all the time.
They're asking me to selling to the parent company.
If they
then they can come and honor declare.
Yeah, come and declare over $800 million in vote for Liberia. You should know
when you
that they
got
carry more than $1
legal
billion.
mind, the Edwin
Why are
Stating
we
that will fund
taking
the
this facility
construction.
to bolster, Honorable, why are we taking this 26 million to bolster our central bank reserve, our foreign
No,
reserve in the central bank? That's the
I
main
thank
reason
you.
for
You
not going
know
to do any
why?
other thing.
The first
Took
thing
that
people are not excited
money
about money.
to bolster
We
the
got
central bank
gold,
reserve.
we
When
got
you get
diamond, we
gold,
got $5
when
in
you
our
get
reserve.
gold,
Keep it there.
when we have gold,
Okay.
we can hold our
Okay.
reserve in
Okay.
gold.
We'll have to open the lines briefly. Gentlemen, we'll have to,
reserve
ladies
We
and
is
can
gentlemen, we'll have
hold
to open the
gold.
lines briefly.
We can hold our reserve in gold.
And you
Great
don't know, you
USA,
know
our
what,
reserve is
Saba?
in gold.
When we
a country
having
of
this
178
discussion, let me come
years.
in. The last time we were talking 18 and the light went off.
Yeah,
I just want the Liberian people to have an
I'm in flight.
open
I need to
mind.
be giving
My man, let's show for you, man. Relax yourself. You in flight today, leave in flight.
Open
You
the
know
lines,
what?
please. We have
Yeah.
to open the
So
lines,
let me
please.
say this thing.
Briefly.
The
Yes,
callers
Rep,
need
open
to
it.
understand because already they got a mindset that
I was in flight.
legislator
This is important.
making all of the money that legislators doing this. When you talk the thing, they kind of say the people that are supposed to make a law, they can come on the radio and be crying. And I told the Liberian people, the people that are supposed to make the best decision to elect the people that will go over there that will be self-sufficient and make decision in your interest. You're not doing it. You're waiting again for 2028, 2029. Allow me to tell somebody can endash money on you and giving zinc to your church, and you will lead that poor person that been keeping your church money $5 can loss. You will not support them and send them in the house to have integrity. So when anyone in the court today they want to blame on me, I myself will go for them too. Because if they were
Okay, so 1
electing
minute,
the right people in the house, we will not have the issue we're having today.
Okay, Rep, we have to open the lines quickly. 0777 550 769. Just for a few minutes. 0777 550 769. Or better still, 0886 540 987. Again, 0886 540 987. Or 0777 550 769. 0777 550 769. That's the number to call, and you're waiting on this discussion. We are talking about the IMF approving from 26.5 million for Liberia. And some people say we shouldn't
I mean, we're
celebrate that
talking about
money.
the president's speech too, to stop harmful practices. You discuss that? Because I already got my women and children protection law. It already coming.
We'll discuss that on Monday. 0777 550 769. Again, 0777 550 769. Or better still, 0886 540 987. That's the number to call. And you are live on the program. Okay, so while we await calls, let me go around the table and begin with Mr. Edward Fambule. Mr. Fambule,
Edward is a hard trick to nail. It may get too long to go to him again. You are.
Honorable, you have all the time. I've been listening to you. Yeah, but like we said, right? You know, it's a pity. You know, like my brother Oliver said, if you look at most of these countries in the Middle East, all right, they don't have these IMF, the World Bank, or so. And today, few years back in the 80s, Dubai was a desert. Today, Dubai is a Mecca where everybody wants to go.
Let's take this caller, please. Good evening. Yes, sir. Let's hear from you quickly.
We're not hearing your caller.
Please increase the volume.
I want a Monday.
What the government?
I want a Monday.
I don't understand it. Are you getting me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now here is it. The president that we have stated that Liberians should not be paid. Right. But now, if we something, if you like a certain matter and other companies to come to increase themselves rather than say the thing, I don't get it. But you know why? It's because the US go back their forefathers. Once we forget God, God takes back of us. There is not stopping us today in this country. But I want to assure you, as our lawmaker, we bring them.
I will go for that meal. I'll go for it. It was a lawmaker can come back and say, we got proportion, I don't get elected.
Okay. Many thanks. Many thanks. Many thanks. Formula, you have to speech. Formula?
Yes, so Slobo. Yeah, yes, so Slobo. You know, like I was saying, right? If you look at countries like Dubai and other, we ask ourselves, Botswana, how are these people being able to make it? Why are we not doing this thing? We have all of these natural resources, and people just come and take it free. Look, even the tax break that we gave these concession companies, do you know that if you combine it, it's compared to the royalty they pay us from our, in fact, it's even less than the royalty that we get from our natural resources. ArcelorMittal gave us 4.5% on invoice submitted to us. And like the Honorable said, ArcelorMittal said the iron ore to themselves. Yeah. And then bring the invoice and say, this is why we said it. Are we sitting down with them monitoring? And say, we will definitely find out what is the cost of the iron ore on the world market, and this is what you going to pay us. It's just weakness in our leadership that we need to work on it. And this should start with our lawmaker. The legislature has a lot of powers that they need to be able to harness that power to make sure that the executive put the right thing in place so that this country can move forward. If not, we remain in perpetual poverty. Our grandchildren will come and live the same life.
Let me tell you the issue with concession, Edwin, the first thing is when the lawmaker passes a concession, you no longer have the power to review it. You have to. You can look at the compliance and you can recommend to the executive. But if the president has the political will and say we need to do a review and set up a committee, maybe the first thing is leave the concession companies are operating in our country already. Leave them. Set a new law, and then when the people time expire, they will have to fall in line.
Let's take this last caller. Madam Red, let's take this caller. Yeah, hello.
I'm happy to.
Yes, go ahead.
And I'm happy to be on your show tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask the Honorable one question?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Is she listening to me?
Yeah, she's listening to you.
I'm listening, Abby.
Honorable?
She's listening.
Yes.
I'm happy to have you. Can you go shut down ArcelorMittal? Can you go do that? You know,
no. So listen, we can shut down ArcelorMittal when we are honest to ourselves and find out that they are not in compliance.
Okay.
And there is a lot of things that they are not in compliance. Let me tell you the first thing. Not having understand. The first thing we knew that they were not in compliance, and in fact, we healed them. We allow our president to drive their ears. Are you getting me, Abby? The first thing we knew that they were not in compliance is the NBA said that they should pay the concentrator within 2 years' time. They did not bill it, they bill it in 20 years' time. And we went swapping for them. We're not even bringing people to accept. That one when somebody told me you're going for the opening, I said to waste my time and increase my car mileage. That's what I asked them. So that was the first place we're supposed to hold them. That was it. They come and tell you that they $4 billion. Who have said, check it. How long it take for you to bring somebody to assess and tell you if it is true? Hey, let me say this thing. When people are here, then the lawmaker, my dear, why are we still teaching Masakana Musa?
Representative Mensah.
Every time I say the last.
Hello? Yes, go ahead. Yes, go ahead. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Okay.
Let me appreciate all of you.
Yes, you are.
Look, again, this is my thing when it comes to the issue of concession signing with the law, with the House of Legislature. And just now, listen to the honorable saying that when the lawmaker pass the concession, they do not have any right again to repay the power last now within the executive.
Ask me, I will say what I said.
Come again?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
So
You
we
answer
don't
before
have
we
power to review it, but we can only review compliance and recommend to the executive.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying, right? Because you
Yeah.
people start the concession without putting a clause that concession can be reviewed at any time. So most of the
No, that's true. They have it. They have it. They have it. They have a
let him
clause.
land. Then he can come in.
For example, the ATM terminal. The ATM terminal will pass with the data, it should no longer be reviewed, right, until the 25 years finish. Why we happy a lawmaker to see such a law be passed that when we sign it into law, it can no longer be negotiable by the government and the company unless if the government want anything to be changed to go and start lying down on the company for to pay. It should not be so. And in fact, for me, I have this agreement and concession should even exceed more than 10 years. Look,
Thank you.
In our house, I will be proposing if you want to start any concession. The minimum,
My mate.
the highest, yes, it should be 10 years.
Okay.
And we should put a clause there that it should be negotiable at any time that the government wish to. Because government,
Sure.
why can't the other government for the thing is now in the draft you think and they want to change things. But that clause already holding now, it can be negotiable or it cannot be changed again.
Okay.
I think that clause needs to be there as
So-
a lawmaker.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Paul.
So let me do the clarification before I forget.
Yeah.
They had that in it, and then it was being revised.
Go, yeah,
You can
go.
remember the 54th. The 54th, we did a review of the concession for what the people name it, APN terminal, and we voted on it and wrote the executive to kindly review this concession. That before we noticed that they were only adding what is in their favor and forgetting
Madam
about
Rep?
the Liberians' own. Yeah, are you hearing me?
Okay. So you're listening to the Nighttime Heat, right here on Pram FM.
So are you hearing me? Hello,
105.5.
hello,
This
are you
program
there?
relayed by Radio Gagema, Radio Kwatika, and of course Radio Bong. Then relaying this
Well,
program
I'm not hearing you
very,
now.
very shortly. We'll be taking our
George,
exit.
I'm talking. You hearing me? Georgie?
Just reading different things, right?
I think he froze
Go
us
ahead,
some time. Yeah, but he's
Go
back now.
ahead, Madam Webb.
So it was done, and then it was sent in the 54th to the executive. They never touched it when we low. So high profile people from Great Britain, Tony Blair, everybody got on playing the king by and I whole thing lad and perpetually. So again, now every concession have a revision clause. And that can be done at any time. I think about 5 years or so, you have a stipulated time. So we just need to check on it to know. But what I've seen, even if you want to say the 25 year or 22 years, some of these people, they almost finish. Arsenal meter dragging and coming small, you know how to start the topic. So this is it. So let's put a law in place now that anybody else coming new, it will be. Right now you got people, they tell you, say we're doing how you call the thing? Oh, the 2%. What they come and tell you they're doing, you sit down, nobody there working with them to tell them they're doing prospect. They're going to go check for them to open company. They come, they declare their own 2%, tell you, say we employ the person, this is the food we eat, this is the gas, and at the end of the day, they look at it, they give you $4,000, $3,000, and so forth. And they go in there more than 5-6 times. They cannot tell you why they're not going to do it, but they're taking from there. Nobody following it to know where they're taking it. So the thing is, when Liberian people talking, the first thing we need to do is to tell the education ministry to start teaching Masakanga Musa and Sontiata Keita. We're not getting nothing to do with that thing again. Bring this civic in the school and teach our responsibility. Let the Liberian children, then the youth that are growing up, let them know the workings of the 3 branches of government. That council will not come and tell me that sentiment. Let them know the responsibility of everybody. The citizen has their own responsibility. He liked Edward or the young man that just spoke. I'm sure he has a good mind for his community. He has a good mind for Liberia. But I dare him. He go and say he won't contest. Nobody will pay attention to them. The last time I visited about 15 churches, they came together to have a program. I told them, why can't you look for one honest person in the church and support them? But somebody will come with $5 and you'll be clapping for them. And you even know where they take the money from. Yeah.
Madam Reb, time has
Yes.
cut off us. We have to go. Yes, time has cut off us. We have to go. I'm sure we can have a part 2 of this discussion either on Monday or Wednesday. I want to send.
So my point is, most of the time I admire these talk shows. I admire or just coming and talking. Listen, George. I think we need to have something that will be coming with funding for these talk shows and giving it to the people.
And Moses Sani, we want to thank you. We will join you again on. I'm sure we'll invite you for the Monday's edition of the program. We want to thank all of you for
Monday is what day? Monday is what day? What date, Edwin?
Let me check.
I sure I'll be.
Monday should be
I guess.
I think the 5th, yeah?
The 5th, yeah. Monday is the 5th. It's the 5th.
Yeah, the 5th, yeah.
Okay, the 5th, I will be traveling,
Monday,
but I don't know if I will get there sooner. When I get there, I'm available.
Monday the 6th.
Monday the 6th. Monday the 6th.
Yeah.
Tomorrow the 4th.
Okay, Monday the 6th. I don't know the time different, but I will be in charge. I will be in charge for the Peace and Tolerance Conference. And once I'm available, I will come on it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Madam Rep. And thank all of you for joining us tonight.
Thank you,
Thank you, and thanks everybody.
Tonight.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Okay, so before we go, let's try to reference some of our viewers. Siliki Trato Jr. from where you've been watching. Ophelia S. George from home, she's been watching. Gloria Boy, who passed away from the USA, she's been watching. Seth Brown, he didn't say from where. Felicia's Junior Bar, didn't say from where. Evangelist Cephas Gaultier, didn't say from where. Well, join us on Monday for another interesting edition of the program. Sabo George is my name. Have a pleasant time.